Hey everyone, it is the end of May 2022, and for the third time ever, I'm about to embark on another trip out to Maine. And I pretty much packed up everything in this two-bedroom apartment that I shared with my roommate, Ash. And this is the second time we've lived together. The place became available when I came back from Maine last summer. So I was able to move right back in, and her temporary roommate moved out. So it was perfect timing. She's an avid lover of plants, as you could see in gems. She's a geologist at Cal Poly Humboldt. And it's been a great place to live. Quaint little two-bedroom house or apartment. It's more like a little cottage. Yeah, so I've enjoyed living here. It's really everything. We have our own washer and dryer. I mean, that's how convenient this place is. And it's just, yeah, everything I need is here. So it makes it hard to leave and go on these long trips when you take a step back and you realize how difficult it is to find a place in today's rental market. Everything's so expensive now, but it was $450 a month to live here. You know, of course, we shell out a little bit for PG&E and so on. There's Autumn in her little bed. And this is my old room. And I am leaving my bed, and I'm leaving the desk for the upcoming roommate. So this will be a bit more on the furnished side. It'll be convenient for the next person moving in. And we're gonna say hi to Autumn, and this is Ash's room. See, there's more of her stuff, her gems and art. And there's Autumn, my sweetheart. I gotta go. I'm going to Maine, so I'll see you later, okay? And I'll see you on the way back. Oh, there she is. Look how cute she is. Oh. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. It is May 27th, 2022, and today is a huge day. I have put in my notice with my place and my job at Ramones, and here I am once again making the long journey across the U.S. to return to Maine for the third time. This is a road trip that I've been planning for the last several months, and looking forward to all the adventures to come. Not looking forward to the gas prices, but I should be okay. Thank God for Blue Lake Casino, because they are Blue Lake Casino's gas station, the one by the casino. They were at $5.85 for regular unleaded, some of the cheapest in Humboldt County. And at $125, I was able to fill up the truck, and that should give me about 450 miles, 21 gallons, and wow. So I am looking forward to seeing the prices sort of drop off a little bit the further away from Humboldt we get. So yeah, end of May, and just wrapped up the semester. I got an A in my psychology classes, so yeah, it was a good semester. I've had worse. Anyway, yeah, it's just, it feels good to be back on the road. It really does. And I have everything I need, at least for a while. Plenty of food, water. I'm gonna stop in like Susanville probably, or like Weaverville, and get some ice for my cooler. It was a year ago I was making the same exact journey just last year. It feels longer than that though, so much has happened since. But man, I can't believe I'm back on the road again to Maine. Such a beautiful place and so much yet to discover in Maine. So I'm looking forward to the next several months. Hopefully I will make the absolute best of it like I did in 2018 and have lots to share on the YouTube channel as well. Decided to pull over and check out the Trinity River, checking out those river water levels. Yeah, pretty low, as I expected. Been a dry season. Speaking of dry, look at the charred remains of this tree here. There's quite a few of them here. Further east we go. By the way, we're just outside of Burnt Ranch, and you can start to see some of the fire devastation. I'm guessing some of this is from last season, but some of the other stuff probably from that car fire season in 2018, 2019. Here's a good look at some of that devastation on the hills there. Of course, I couldn't pass by the former Big Bar grocery store without stopping to get some video. It's changed a little bit since I was last here, but not much. Glad to see it's still here, period. One of my favorite all-time buildings. Did a little documentary on this place, actually. If you want, let me know if you want to see it, and I'll send you a link to that video. We are officially in Weaverville. One thing I really like about this town is its sort of blending of the old and the new. There's a lot of history here, a lot of historic buildings, and they've preserved a lot of it, and they actually use it to beef up their tourists. Kind of like Ferndale, as we kind of see right through here. Look at that beautiful street. Very Victorian-esque, Western mix. Beautiful, look at all that. These little shops. We are officially in Shasta County. Surprisingly not as warm as I thought it would be this time of year out here right now. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, kind of on the downward slope for temperatures for this area. Start to cool off a little bit, which is nice. It sure is a pretty drive. Let's take a little walk around, go explore the place. There's a little bit of a trail up ahead here. Curious to see where that goes. Oh yeah, there's like a whole beach area like for swimming and all that stuff over here, but I want to go up this trail here and have a good look at everything. Yeah, it's the perfect temperature right now. There's more of that beach area. Yeah, these are cool. Some nice picnic areas. Well, that's it. I think I'm gonna wrap it up for now and get back on the road. Catch you later. All right, we are at Whiskeytown Lake. I'm kind of surprised there's as much water as that I can see right now. I mean, you know, I was reading a lot of the news, watching a lot of the news, and it seemed like there was hardly any at all. And that may be the case. Maybe they just let out a bunch of water from the dam. All right, at the visitor center, Vista Point, right before you hit the town of Redding. Last time I was here a year ago, this place was shut down due to the COVID restrictions, and there weren't hardly anybody out traveling, but quite a few people out right now. But then again, you know, we're just a couple days before Memorial Day weekend, so things are gonna heat up, things are gonna get really busy. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet view of Whiskeytown Lake. You can kind of see little bits and pieces of Redding from where I'm at right now. Alright, now we are in Shasta, checking out the old historic museum and some of these other buildings. I actually got out and filmed a good amount of this when I was here last year. That's cool. Past Redding a little while ago. I was gonna get some video of Redding, but it was like rush hour traffic, and I just didn't want to deal with it. I mean, it's like a small town that holds 90,000 people, and half of them are in a hurry to get home. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna even bust out the camera for that. And on a lighter side, we are making our way towards Susanville. We got about 100 miles to go, and a good chance that we will actually be in Nevada by nightfall. Yeah. I am on Highway 44 currently. That's gonna bring us all the way to Reno, I do believe. Yeah, it's always a strange feeling leaving Humboldt County and just going east. So much change in a small amount of time. And that feeling never changes when you leave home. Humboldt County is my home. It's always gonna be my home. Maine is probably like a second home. Who knows what's gonna happen in the future with Maine. I wouldn't mind trying to live there at some point, you know, if all things line up. But, you know, Humboldt County will always be my home, and I'm always gonna miss it when I leave it, you know, even just for a season or two, you know, like I do every other year or so now, it feels like. But at the same time, it makes me appreciate Humboldt County more when I'm not there all the time, if that makes sense. And plus, I get to enjoy beautiful views like this. I know for a lot of people this isn't beautiful, but to me, I find the silver lining in everything. It's nice seeing the complete change of climate and geography. I always enjoy seeing the transformation of the landscape from state to state. And every state has something really cool to offer, visually speaking. And I am looking forward to that long haul ahead of me. I'm going to see so much cool stuff. And I know I'm pretty much doing the same routes as I have in the past, but I might want to deviate a little bit on this one so I can experience some new things as well. So that's part of traveling, right? Is experiencing new things and maybe revisiting some of the old as well. So it's all about balance. Collecting a lot of bugs on that windshield. Just driving through these woods. Better bugs than deer. Oh my gosh, I'm always weary of the deery. There's a lot of them out here, and I'm just kind of taking my sweet time on these heavily wooded roads in the Lassen Volcanic National Park area, because the deer are aplenty. Susanville, population 17,500, elevation 4,255. Slow down a little bit. All right, wow. Back in Susanville. I'm actually going to pull over and try to phone up an old friend of mine who's lived here for a long time, Kenny, and see if we can have a little meetup. A little bit of a short notice, but hey, if it works, it works. If not, it's all good. It's all good. I don't plan on doing a drive-through video of the town because I did that last time, and I think one's good enough. But it is nice to see Susanville without all the traffic. I think I just might have to gas up here before I make my final stretch out into the desert toward Reno. Wow. Yeah, last time I was here was like during rush hour traffic, and I just didn't really have an opportunity to enjoy my surroundings as much. Look at this little place here. Wow, that's so cool. Hey, let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. Alright, just left Susanville. I actually pulled into a Walmart parking lot and decided to take a nap. And I think I'm good for another couple hundred miles. We'll see. I think we're like just a couple small towns away from reaching Nevada. Not too far off. By the time we get there, it will probably be dark. And we'll see how far into Nevada we can get. I enjoy night drives, so I'm gonna see how much I can endure being a bit sleep deprived. The last couple nights I just haven't been able to sleep well. Of course, anytime before a big trip like this, I tend to overthink things. You know, I'm mentally checking all my boxes and making sure my ducks are in a row. But yeah, I'm fairly confident. Everything's good to go. I just, yeah, one state at a time. Doesn't seem so long when you do it like that. Oh, just got to get to the next state. Anyways, yeah, just starting to get dark, and things are opening up a little bit. I think we're probably going to hit some more forest, kind of some more densely wooded areas before we make that final stretch into Reno, if I remember correctly. But otherwise, it really starts to open up after Susanville, and the geography and the landscape really starts to change. So anyways, I'll see you once the sun dips below the horizon. All right, we are getting close to Nevada here, within seconds away. We've reached Border Town. Let me see if I can spot the Nevada state line sign. I don't see it. Let's see. I think it's coming up here. We're getting really close. Yeah, so made Nevada by nightfall. That is pretty sweet. Making some good time. And yeah, I'm just looking for that sign so we can officially say we are in Nevada. But I'm not seeing it. We're getting really close. We're getting close. I can feel it. Yeah, what a trip. It's been a long day. I got started on the road, I think it was around 12:30 or 1. A little later than I was hoping for, but I had a bunch of stuff I had to do this morning. Even though I woke up early, it still took me a while to get it all done, and I had to move a few things into the storage, do some light cleaning, and yeah, here we are. A good 12 hours later. Well, not quite 12, more like 10 hours. Been about 10 hours on the road. Yeah, we got to be getting close to that sign. We may have already passed it. I think we just might be in Nevada here. Because once I remember, like Border Town, once we get through like Border Town, we're pretty much officially in Nevada. So I'm just gonna say that we're in Nevada, even though I missed this sign. I'm not sure where the sign was. It's dark, so I gotta look extra hard for this stuff. Alright, so we are getting close to entering Reno. First big city since we left Redding. Well, I don't know if Susanville's really a city. I think it's like a big town. So I would consider Redding was probably the last big city. The last big pocket of civilization until now. So Reno's kind of weird. It has this you can't just drive straight through it. There's I think there's a couple turnoffs you have to take to continue going east. So I'm gonna have to put the phone away here in a minute and get on my maps just to make sure I'm heading in the right direction, because in the past I think I got turned around at a point, so I don't want to make that mistake again. The Nugget Hotel, Reno, Nevada. I don't think I've ever seen it at night. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen much of Reno at night at all. It's a police officer right ahead of me. I think I'm going to put the camera down now. Focus on my driving.
She came to my life. She touched my heart. Something happened to me. I think I fell in love. But she left me. But she left me. But she left me. But she left me.
All right, day 2. We were outside of Elko, Nevada. Just gonna stop and grab some espresso, and then we'll hit the road, make our way to Salt Lake City.
Thank you.
Time to go. Kind of cozy out in the desert, a little desert rain, and you can really smell it too. It has like a distinct smell to it, like an iron and dirt kind of smell. Kind of refreshing though. Anyway, yeah, got some good sleep. I found a place to pull in between a Hampton Inn and a sketchy casino, which they are everywhere in Nevada. But hey, I needed to sleep and I got it. So looking forward to the long haul ahead of me. Probably gonna hit Wells here in about 35 miles. Then after that, it's going to be Salt Lake City in about 250 miles from here. And making some good headway, putting some good road behind me, and we're going to get a lot of mileage out of the day. I have my espresso, or my Del Pio espresso, as Starbucks has advertised. Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, let's have some fun on the road. Let's go. See you later. Alright, we are rolling into Wells, Nevada. I'm actually going to stop here and film this. I think it's an old casino or restaurant or something like that. But I ran out of memory on my phone last time I was here last year when I was plowing through. And I was filming a bunch of stuff here in Wells. There's a lot of old, historic Western stuff. And I'm going to come back or go back and film that building because I think it's really, really cool. So we'll go have a look at that here pretty soon. 5-star motel. Still here. Wow. Hasn't changed a bit. Oh, they demolished it. Yeah, that building I was gonna film is gone. The old sign is still here, but the actual building is no more. Wow. Sun so far since I left California, so this is really the first taste of sunlight so far on my journey. By the way, I did want to mention that gas is progressively going down, which is good to see finally. I think I was at $4.79, almost an entire dollar lower than it was in California, in Arcata. So that's really refreshing to see. And my wallet is once again celebrating. Well, ain't that a sight? Rolling into West Wendover. After that, I think we are getting really close to the Utah border. And if I'm not mistaken, I think what I see way out there in the distance is salt. Some of the salt flats. There's the Utah sign. Yay! We are in Utah. Crazy, crazy. And the geography changes quite a bit too, I've noticed. A lot of canyons, a lot of big rocky areas like you see here in front of us. You get a little bit of that out in, Nevada, but it's generally a little bit more flat and a lot of like tundra or sagebrush and valleys. I mean, it's not that different from Utah, but there's a noticeable difference, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, between both states. Gosh, Nevada takes so long to get through. I mean, it is such a long state. Utah, it won't take nearly as long. Probably at least a couple hours, but at least it won't be, driving all night to get through the state like I do with Nevada, and I think Wyoming is another big one. Nebraska goes on for days as well, but I think Wyoming and Nevada are the two big states that just take forever to go through. So it'll be nice once we get to the other side of Wyoming, Nebraska, and kind of get into more like Iowa and some of those states. All right, ciao for now. You can kind of start to see some of that salt out there. hard to see from here, being so far away from it, but we'll see if we can't get some closer and cleaner footage of that. But I'm going to pull into this rest area up ahead here. Nice. Sweet little view of the salt flats. The Bonneville salt flats. I bet that one over there, that rest area going westbound, must be really, really nice because you're right on the edge of it. Oh, look at all those people out there. I didn't know you could actually drive out into the salt like that. Alright, so we're probably not going to get much better footage than this, to be honest, at least from this side. Now, if we were heading westbound, we'd probably get really good footage, but maybe in the future. And, you know, I've already gotten some footage in my previous journey, and I think the one before that too. So I'm happy with it. It's still cool to see, and I love the shimmering of the salt, how it creates a sort of water-esque property. You can kind of see it from here, but it looks like a lake, but that's just all salt. The heat bearing down on the salt creates I think it's a layer of heat. It's a mirage. Kind of see the city off to our right, or to our left here, way off in the distance. That is Salt Lake City. We are actually kind of going around a good portion of it. I have no real reason to plow through the city of it. I just don't want to deal with the traffic. But yeah, there's a cool little glimpse of the city.
In 2 miles, take exit 28 for Utah 201 east toward 21st south.
Perfect. Put the camera away. Gotta focus on my driving so I don't get lost. .479 here in Park City, Utah, or just outside of Park City, at a Sinclair and Outpost store. I just went in there and got myself a large coffee and a sandwich. So yeah, it's beautiful. Nice breeze in the air, pretty warm. But yeah, I got a long stretch ahead of me. I'm gonna see if I can make it to Cheyenne in the next several hours. All right, I think it's time to get back on the road. I'll see you later. All right, we are approaching the Echo Reservoir viewing area. for the last 2 times I've gone to Maine, I've always stopped here. I always look forward to stopping and enjoying the view of this little body of water here. And here we are, the 3rd time. See, the last 2 times I came out here, first time was in 2018, and then last summer, 2021. And I think I parked kind of over here and went up this hill for a better look. So that's what we're gonna do. See if we can see any boats. That's a nice view of the canyon that takes you back towards Salt Lake City, kind of west. And that keeps going east toward Maine. Yeah, very pretty. This is really the first big body of water I've come across on my trip so far, leaving California. Ourselves a train, and I think it's slowly moving. Hard to tell because I'm going so quick, but it's pretty cool to see a moving train. It's nice to know there are still trains in this day and age, you know? They're kind of a thing of the past. I mean, they've been around over 100 years now, so. Look at the size of tires on that trailer right there. Holy smokes. I wonder what kind of tractor utilizes those tires. Probably like an earth mover or something like that. All right, so I think we're pretty close to Wyoming. And that big semi truck. I didn't see a Wyoming, welcome to Wyoming sign, but I did see a sign back there that said Wyoming like cattle ranch or something. But yeah, I'm not sure how I would have missed it because my eyes have been glued to the road since we left Park City, Utah. High inside.